This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
2nd and 3. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
35 yards that time on the punt, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their 38. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
He's tackled at the 40.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Let's make these babies cry. Come on. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Check, right, 54. Right,
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers looking deep downfield. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. they don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll try again with Jones. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
4 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14. Vikings nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second and 6. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. 3rd down here.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Watch this
Here's a 2nd and 7. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook.
The pass.
No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
When a linebacker's able to sit at the 2nd level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it down, he just made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he finds Cook. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Flush to his right. He'll run it, and he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
He's taken down at the 50-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. They're going option play on 3rd down. Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. The Vikings on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a 1st down.
Set, ready. Watch the safety correct. 3.
Now Cook. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Dalvin Cook, the ball.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
They'll set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A very solid gain of 27. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. They'll run with Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Gain on the play leads to 2nd and goal at the Packers' 9-yard line.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. I will remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a quick throw into the hands of Jefferson. Touchdown. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Packers 14, Vikings 7. Bradley Pinion set to kick
Now
off.
Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line.
Aaron Jones.
8 yards on the run there, and that trims it to a 3rd and 11 coming up.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 11.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. On now is the Packers punter, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Eluding the pressure right. Oh, going for... It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
For the extra point.
I feel like I'm back in school. What was that book, you know? It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. This has been a tale of 2 quarters so far. They trailed 14-0 after 1. How about the rally we've been watching?
Yeah, a couple of touchdowns. PAT here to tie it up. This is a good ball game all of a sudden.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
For Aaron Jones, incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Rodgers. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to have a 1st down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
From the 29, Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down.
I'm going to come back to you. Right there, 54, right there.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll go again to Jones. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
throwing is Rodgers on third down. Over the middle, it's complete. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Again, it's Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline.
Complete.
Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
22 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll run on first down. Cook. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument the quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
25-yard line.
2nd and 11 now. Now a dump off here complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run the option on 2nd down. That's out to the left flat and complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had the fumble last time, and it led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. He's going to look deep down the field. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Kenny Clark in on the stop.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
The ball carrier.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They run it again with Cook. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
The ball carrier.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking. But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another 1st down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Pollard. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
3rd down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
35-yard line.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. This is caught, and he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A big play there. His second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21.
Vikings 28. Packers 21.
So a 7-point game. They'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that one. They needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Grew up having nothing, you're labeled impatient. But once the boss made it, you're labeled amazing. Meticulous with words, such a force of nature. I don't want to seem absurd, but that wasn't.
On first down, it's Cook, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cook, and he's going to be met at about the 43. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
56 is Mike. 56 is Mike.
He'll drop to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Throwing right, and that's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one, got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. To throw is Rodgers. Looking left sideline, it's complete. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Back to throw, Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Vikings' 27-yard line.
Rodgers to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Danielle Hunter in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Final score.
Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance, but couldn't find a way to score.
They definitely had hope. They definitely had opportunity. Just unable to cash in at the end. Not an easy play by any stretch, but they definitely had a chance.
So for Minnesota, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.